Hey guys, welcome to Wisdom Wednesdays. Okay, so this is something brand new that we are going to be doing here in Back to the Basics, and I will also be emailing a copy of this video to all of my downline. So if you do not receive this video, that is because you actually have your settings turned off to email in the virtual office. So if you will just log in and subscribe to emails, then you will receive them to your email, as long as you're in my organization. So today, I just want to share something with you that is pretty spectacular. We actually have been dealing with the crud. And when I say the crud, don't know if you heard Abby cough in the background. Great, that was like perfect cue. I didn't even have to tell her. So when I say crud, like seriously, it has been the crud. It started with me. I started dealing with all this sinus mess, and then went to my chest, and then it passed to Abby. And so it has been 2 weeks of crud. Okay, do you hear me? Normally, my go-to is Inner Defense. Well, Inner Defense has been out of stock, for those of you who don't know, and if you missed it, I actually posted yesterday that it has come back in stock, and I placed an order for 5 bottles because I am never going to run out of Inner Defense again. So we've had to choose and look and research all kinds of different avenues since Inner Defense was out of stock. I've made up homemade capsules of all of the oils that are in Inner Defense, and I have also been doing raindrop therapy. If you don't know what that is, Google it. It is amazing. You can also look in the in this Facebook group, Back to the Basics, and I have posted a video on how to do that. It is super easy. Anybody can do it. You don't need to be a massage therapist to do it. It is very, very easy. Hey, Charla. So I just want to share with you something that we have not done before this, but now it is going to become part of our routine. I would say weekly routine for all of us. We live in Southwest Louisiana, and the pollen is high right now. The tree pollen is off the charts. So everywhere you go, you are seeing people sneeze, you're seeing people with headaches, you're seeing people with pressure. And if you have those, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, we have started doing something, and at first I started it with Abby, my 17-year-old daughter, and at first she thought that I was trying to drown her. I assured her I wasn't, but one thing that I do is I am a researcher, okay? So I love to research, and I love to look at different ways that God has made for us to help our bodies and heal them. So I was looking in the app. If you don't have the essential reference guide on your phone, you need it. It is $6.99. It is a one-time buy, and it is priceless to me. So I'm looking through that, and I'm looking for sinus related stuff, because that child was very swollen through here, lots of pressure. And so I'm looking for something that will give her relief. Well, guess what I found? I found a little recipe for using this. Now, if you don't know what this is, I would call it a neti pot, but Abby would correct me. It is actually a sister to the neti pot. We actually went with a comfy pot because it is porcelain. And so our ceramic, I don't know, is ceramic and porcelain the same thing? Not sure. So Abby, is ceramic and porcelain the same thing? She don't know either. So if one of y'all know, you can let us know. So we went with this because I knew I was going to be using oils with it, and I didn't want to use the plastic for obvious reasons. So I bought this off of Amazon. It is super, super easy. Charla says they're not the same thing, so
yeah,
awesome.
I think porcelain's thinner.
Oh, okay. Abby says she thinks porcelain is thinner. So this is ceramic, all right? So you can buy them off of Amazon. I paid, I think, around $10 for it. Comes with these little silicone tops that you can just slide on. It just makes it a little bit more You don't have to have them, but it just makes it a little bit nicer, especially if your nose is raw like hers was from blowing so much. So all you're going to do is you're going to put water in it. We actually like to use warm water because it's very soothing to the sinuses. So we'll heat up. You want to always use distilled or filtered water. And you want to go ahead and use, you want to go ahead and boil it if you can. And that way, you know, you get out any impurities that might be in the water so it doesn't get into your sinuses. And then you can get these little saline packets. Super easy, super cheap, okay? They run like 0.10 cents a piece, like super cheap. You're gonna put that in your water and dissolve it. But this is where the oils come in. Okay, so after doing research, I figured out the best oils for this. I actually left one, it would seem. Let me go over here. The best oils according to the app for this are put a drop of tea tree in each rinse, okay? And I'm going to go over a little bit on each of the oils in a second. You're going to put a drop of lavender. You're going to put a drop of rosemary. And then we added also eucalyptus globulus and copaiba. Okay, so I'm going to tell you why you want to put those in that mixture. Okay, first of all, lavender. Y'all, seriously, everyone needs lavender, especially for seasonal issues. Plus, if you don't know, lavender is the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. When in doubt, use lavender, so you gotta have lavender in there. It is fantastic, seriously, for seasonal issues. So you're gonna put lavender in there. Tea tree, look it up, okay? Tea tree is amazing. Like, forever, I only thought of tea tree as like putting in hair products. You know, you have the real popular hair line that has the tea tree stuff. And I was not a fan of the smell. Still not crazy about the smell, but I am crazy about this oil. And one thing I love about it is that I got for free this month, and which was great because I was almost out. I got for free this month because I placed a 190 PV order, and boom. So I got tea tree. It is fabulous for all things concerning us. I'm trying to be very FDA compliant during this past 2 weeks. Okay, so I want you to look this up in your app. If you don't have the app, get the app. I want you to look this up, and I want you to look up all things sinus related in the app and see why I'm so crazy about tea tree. Next thing is eucalyptus globulus, which is one that we added. One reason being is we were dealing with so much mucus. And so mucus, in case you don't know, we didn't know until we started researching, mucus is actually a good thing for your body. Your body's ability to create mucus is actually part of your immune system kicking in and flushing out the germs that are accumulating in your body. So a lot of mucus means your immune system is great. However, it's very annoying if that mucus gets thick. Okay, this is how I remember. People ask me all the time about eucalyptus. What's the difference between eucalyptus globulus, and what's the difference between that and eucalyptus radiata and then eucalyptus blue? Okay, so I'm going to tell you eucalyptus globulus. Way I remember is when you got mucus, you got glob. Okay, gross, yes, but guess what? That is what it's for. So when you've got heavy mucus, heavy globs of mucus, you want eucalyptus globulus to thin that out and cause it to flush. Okay, then I've got rosemary. Rosemary is fantastic. Of course, rosemary is in our Thieves blend. Rosemary is also in Melrose. So anything that is going around and passing from one person to the next person, rosemary is great for that. It is also always great to couple it with tea tree. These two together, that's why they're together in Melrose. These two together are powerhouse oils. So we have rosemary. Then we have copaiba. Copaiba, the reason I added it, number one reason is because it helps with swelling. So Abby was dealing with the swelling of her sinuses, and I know that this is going to help with that. It helps with it all over your body, okay? The other thing that it helps with is discomfort. So she's having issues in her sinuses. She's having issues in her head. I'm going to put Copaiba with that because that's going to help with that. Another reason is because it's moisturizing. If you haven't tried, now if you have a premium starter kit, then you should have tried your Copaiba. Okay, if you have not done this, I want you to just like take that oil, that drop of oil, and just rub that on your hand and compare that. Do it in a little bit, do it with lavender. And you're going to compare the moisturizing effect of Copaiba. Copaiba is very moisturizing. So I want to go ahead and moisture out our sinus passages. The other, of course, is because it magnifies any oil that you place with it or place it with. It magnifies and enhances the abilities of those oils. So I want this done, I want this gone with, so I'm going to add a drop of Copaiba. So all you do is you're going to stir that little mixture up in there, and then you're going to use it. The pot comes with directions. I will not demonstrate how to use because it is not that great. It's not attractive. You won't win any beauty contests doing it. But guess what? After you're done, you will be able to breathe. And that is priceless. So that is your tip for Wisdom Wednesday. Hopefully this will help. And you will be able to breathe through this spring season when everything is coming to bloom. And of course, we love everything blooming, but our sinuses not so much. Y'all have a great afternoon and let me hear from you. Bye.